Hi and welcome to Inspire Learning. I'm Emma and today we're going to be making something called a rot pot, also known as a compost bottle. So this is really good because a lot of people don't have the space or the types of gardens that can take a compost bin. Often you need to have them planted on soil rather than concrete. A lot of gardens paved over or they're just not big enough. So this is a really good way to have a compost bin in your life without actually having to go out and buy a compost bin itself. And again, if you don't have a garden, if you just have a balcony, even if you don't have a balcony, you can still make a compost bin and use it on your indoor plants. Okay, so let's get started. This one I made earlier. I'm going to put some gloves on first because it's quite messy business making a compost bin. And what's great about composting is that you use things that you would normally put in a waste bin. So a lot of people have garden bins, a lot of people don't, but a lot of people have garden bins and they can put some garden waste in there. But if you don't, what are you going to do with it? You're going to put it in a regular bin. Also, we can compost things like eggshells, tea bags, toilet rolls, etc., etc. So things we would actually just put in a normal bin. So reducing the amount of waste exiting our properties. So it's a really, really good way, really effective way to help the environment along a little bit. And we're going to talk some more about what we can and cannot compost in a minute. So as you can see, this actually looks like a bit like a salad, sort of edible salad thing. It's quite nice. But this consists of weeds, tea bags, eggshells, bits of kitchen roll, plants that I've dug up in the garden that I didn't want anymore. I can see a potato in there. Some potatoes I peeled the other day. So, and these all live in my compost caddy, which lives underneath my sink. But you don't have to have a compost caddy. Once I used a big tub that I had got about 1,000 fat balls in it, and once I'd used all the fat balls I actually kept that, but it actually got too big. It was a little bit too big for the kitchen, so I ended up investing in this little caddy. So what I do every now and then, I stick this in my compost bin, but of course today we're going to be using it to make our own rot pot. So I'll put this to one side. It's out here. Before I do, I just want to tell you something. This is a 2-litre soda bottle that I've cut the lid off, and when I've cut the lid off, it doesn't have to be this height, but the height is 11 inches. Yeah, so about 28 centimetre, and the diameter is just under 10 centimetres. So that diameter is the line that runs across the centre of a circle. So this is actually perfectly good. You can have bigger ones, you can have smaller ones. This happens to be a 2-litre bottle that I finished off yesterday. And this is a 1.5 litre bottle that I finished off this morning. I've given it a quick wash out and we'll get started. And I'm going to start off filling it with some weeds from the garden. So again, these are weeds, these are dandelions, which I have many of. I've dead-headed some bluebells, and I've also got some dead leaves in here that have been around for a while. The green, it tends to be called nitrogen rich. So you have got 2 types of stuff you can compost. You've got green or brown. Brown tends to be carbon rich, which is dry, and green things like plants, like moist things, tend to be nitrogen rich. This is a piece of kitchen roll. It's got no antibacterial. It was used to dry hands with, so it's just had water on it. Great, because I don't like throwing that away. And then I'm going to add, I've just added those 2 things. I'm not pounding it down, but I'm making it so it's quite, air can circulate around it. And next, I'm going to get my little garden fork here, and I'm going to add a forkful, just under a sprinkling of soil. Oh, some moss there. We can have moss. Moss is good. Okay, add another little sprinkling as well. You don't have a huge amount. You use your hands, but I should use this fork and spread it all over my kitchen table. And now I'm going to add a sprinkling of water. Some people spritz it, but I just haven't got a spritzer. So I'm just going to add a sprinkling of water. So it should feel basically like a moist sponge, but it's difficult to do that when you're not going to get your hands in there. So I'll give it a little bit of a whirl. And let's keep going. It's probably easier for me to tell you what you can't compost. You can't compost coke and coal ash. You can't compost dog feces, cat feces, and human feces. You can't compost anything cooked, dairy, meat. So really, most things are generally okay. Nappies, polyester. We're looking at things that can rot down, or things that will be around in 150 years' time. And no nuclear waste. So this is a loo roll, which I'm just breaking up now. Just turn up so it breaks down a bit faster. So you can compost things like hamster bedding or vegetarian animals bedding, hamsters and guinea pigs and rabbits, oh my. And you can also compost cow and horse manure, because again, vegetarian. This is an eggshell. So I'm just going to crush that up. Oops. Easy to compost. And I've got in here half a potato. Got some more kitchen roll. And let's have a look. Oh, it's like an egg hunt. Oh, here we go. Got a tea bag here. So tea bags, coffee grinds, etc., all good. So I'm actually not going to compost the bag. I'm just going to compost its contents. You can compost coffee grinds, and I've got one of those coffee machines where you put the pods in. So I open those up, compost the grinds, and then recycle the pods because they're aluminium. So here we have dandelions again. Okie dokie, and I think quite good. God, that wants to come out. I've got some more loads of weeds here. I've got those sticky weeds here. You know, the ones that stick to you whenever you walk past them, cling on for dear life. So you're going in. Right, I think I'm going to add a bit more soil, like layering layer cake. It's just basically giving it a good mix. I've got loads of newspaper on the table because I know this is going to be quite a messy job. Now, a lot of people as well, they'll get something like a wooden spoon and we'll give it a stir, which is absolutely fine. It's making sure there's a good mix of compostable products in there. There is a ratio for brown to green compost, nitrogen to carbon items you can put in, but let's face it, it depends on what time of year you compost. This time of year, you're going to have loads of green, you have loads of nitrogen-rich plants. So let's fill up a little bit more. In you go. Oh, some potato peeling. Those go into. Okay, right, so that's getting pretty full now. So I'm going to put another few potato peelings in there. Maybe leaves and twigs here, which is nice and dry. Again, I'm going to add a little bit more soil, just a sprinkling this time. There we go, fantastic. There we go, and again, a little bit more water. Look at that. Water does add a bit of weight to it as well. Look at that. So fantastic. And look down at the bottom, you see there's water there. And the last thing we need to do is basically put a lid on it, put a cover on it. So there's various things you can do. Move this out of the way. Yeah. That's far than the stun of the compost hill. So I'm going to show you with this one. This is something porous piece of material. Socks, brilliant. Those odd socks that you have where you've only got one and you can't find the other, and you're just holding on to it, hoping one day it will come back. No. So this is a microfiber cloth. I'm going to place it over there. Get an elastic band. Use a hair tie. Use a shoelace. Leave that over the top. And then I'm going to put it somewhere warm, dry and sunny outside. I've got a garden bench, which is perfect. It really gets the sun. It's so bright I can't actually put any plants over there without burning them. So this is great for compost. And of course I'll put a lid on this one as well. Probably some cotton. I've got old towels that I hang on to, cotton towels that I hang on to, and cut those up to the size of those face flannels, and you put those over the top as well. Absolutely fine. And it should start being broken down. So over time, microorganisms which are present on the organic material will start to break it down. Process is called, you know, it's called decomposition, and it'll break down further and further and further. And the more you stir it, so if every week or so you come along, you give it a bit of a stir or a shake, that allows the air to circulate around these organic materials, and then that will aid in them breaking down further and further and faster until you get a rich compost. And you can use that for anything, absolutely anything. A lot of people use it for growing vegetables and flowers and fruits, or in some cases people actually keep hold of these like so, and you just sprinkle some seeds on of something they like. It could be basil, it could be beans, it could be any legumes, anything you like, and they just grow the plants straight out of the compost, and that's absolutely fine. That's really, you don't have to empty this out and start again. You can just use this as your plant pot. Although I'll probably drill some holes in the bottom or get some holes created at the bottom for drainage. But that's a really good way of doing it. But the best thing of all is you're not throwing things away. You're not adding to this waste mountain. So if you don't have a garden, you can make one of these. If you live in a flat and apartment, you can make one of these. You do not have to have it outside. Just make sure that it doesn't leak. Make sure that you turn it and aerate it regularly. Make sure that it's not somewhere too dark, like an airing cupboard. Really, sunshine is absolutely the best place for it to be. Make sure you just keep an eye on it, stirring regularly, adding water, keeping it moist, and then it will start to reduce down over time. It'll have this wonderful rich compost which you can use for anything. So what would be really great is if you could update the Facebook page with any or YouTube page with any photographs of your compost, because I'm going to carry on photographing these as the weeks go on and updating to see how long it takes for these to get broken down. Bear in mind that it's been quite overcast for the last few days. It might take a bit of time. So yes, I'll keep you guys updated and see how far we get with my lovely little compost bins, rot pots. So yep, let me know what goes on with yours. That'll be absolutely brilliant. And hopefully we can start growing some beans in the summer. Okay.